It's a great one.
Me and Sally turn up on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we dey chop, kitty chop, 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 kitty chop, 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 we dey kitty chop, 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 chop.
Perfect. Give me
Give me a body
Cool.
for
All right, we're recording. Awesome. Okay. So after more than a decade away, Nigerian-born, Canada-based artist Pa.Ii finally went home, but he didn't let anyone know he was coming.
Yes, wow, that was, what is this? What is this? Oh my God! Oh God, I thank you. Hey, yes, oh God, I thank you. Hey, no, Divanga, we are here now. We are here now.
That's Pa.Ii's emotional surprise reunion with his mother in Nigeria. The Sudbury Afrobeats artist and producer surprised his family and friends with a visit earlier this year, and his latest single tells the story. The song is a reflection of his journey, inspired by the love and comfort he felt during his homecoming. Pa.Ii joins me now in studio to tell me more.
Yes, sir.
Hi. Good to have you back.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me back, man. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we heard that little bit of that clip with your mother.
Yeah.
What was it like to be home after all these years?
Man, it was like a movie, man. Everything just felt dreamy. In a way, it's like I've been praying and working so hard to have that moment, you know, make it back home while everyone's still around and healthy. And I thank God that I was able to actually make that happen. And it was very, you know, like you could tell in the clips, very emotional. It was I just kept on crying, but these tears were excited tears.
Yeah.
And it went that way throughout almost the first half of the trip, meeting people that I've not seen in almost over a decade, and running into faces that know me, before the long hair and all that stuff. So it was a trip. It was almost like it playing out a movie in your eyes in a bit, like, because I always prayed for that time. I always tried to visualize how it was gonna look, but a lot of surprises also. I did not know my little brother was taller than me. Now I'm the shortest in my house now. So it's a lot of new things like that. So yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy for sure.
So that was your trip back home. Now, tell us how you came to live in Canada and in particular in Sudbury.
Yeah. Okay. So I came to Canada the January of 2012. I just turned 17, I think, and I came in to study architecture. So I graduated, and I do practice as an architectural designer under the imprint studio Yama, and that's what brought me into Canada. But I've not been able to go back since I've been in, due to different situations at different times. You know, as an immigrant, sometimes you see sometimes things become, you have a plan in place, and the next thing you know, something changes, and you have to push the plan a little further and further. So my trip back home has always been shifted almost a year, and a year after each year we plan, it's always another thing that comes up, another thing come up. So I've always had this return ticket since I came until it expired, and I had to get, so we just kept on. I didn't plan to stay that long without going back home and visiting my people, but I think Canada happened, life happened.
Life does happen. Okay, so tell me about this new song.
So Wuse is a song of it's a song that encapsulates that feeling of yearning, of being in that place of comfort. That feeling of home, that feeling of, that wholesome feeling you can tell from the video now. You see, it's that feeling of a place that's familiar, where you can literally put your head down and put your legs up and just relax without any kind of pressure or judgment from the world. And a place where I don't have to be a man or be the man. I could just be Pa.Ii, the little boy. That's really the story or the feeling I'm trying to encapsulate within the song Wuse. Wuse is that song that explains that, it says, hit me up, I did for Wuse. That's in Pidgin English, hit me up, Wuse. Wuse is a place where I grew up at. I learned a lot of things that made me the person I am today. My dad has a couple properties in Wuse, and the place that got inspired, the place that I got inspired to become an architectural designer today is in Wuse. And a lot of the places that, Wuse is sort of like our downtown here in Sudbury. It's the place you go to, be out there with your friends and hang out and chill. And that's what it was for me as a child. So making this song, I wanted to encapsulate that feeling, and up to even going back to shoot the music video back home. And we just wanted to create a familiar vibe, something that is simple and that is down to earth, true to what the song is. That's Wuse.
I love the video. In one scene, you're at the barber, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
So that's right in front of my uncle's barbershop. Unfortunately, my uncle is not here with us anymore. But as you know, I do have a barbershop here in Sudbury too. That's where I learned the trade, and I spent a lot of time there in that place. So I had to give a little ode to my uncle as you're still in our hearts. We still remember you. And I just called some of the neighborhood. Those guys, they all know my uncle. So I just called some of the guys in the neighborhood, like, yo, just come hold the clip and act like Uncle Andove. And we shot the video just in a way, like in that particular shot was a way to remember the man and remember the time, because the way I remember home, he's always part of that. So he passed away a year after I got here. And the plan was totally different. I did not see how I would go home and not see him. So shooting that scene was a little ode to my uncle there. Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss.
It's all right. It's all right. And I know he will not want any kind of sadness and nothing like that, because he's a hype guy, and But yeah, rest his soul.
So this is your return to the Nigerian music scene.
Yes.
As we've talked about before, Nigerian music's had a huge resurgence in the last few years. What has that been like?
Well, the whole Afrobeat space has been growing and growing and growing, and a lot of our challenges being outside is a little bit of a disconnect. Some people back home, sometimes they don't even know that we're still active. Sometimes they can't comprehend that this guy is still active, this guy is still doing this, because out of place or out of phase is kind of out of mind. And also us being in Canada, we're kind of in the middle. Sometimes people don't really understand what we're doing or what we are doing here or what we're saying here. So it's like we are like that, in the middle of two different worlds. But coming back in this with this song and this video, everything was intentional, in the sense of where I shot the video, what I'm talking about in the video, the type of things, the kind of references I'm making, targeting directly the people that I grew up with, and the people that I've been disconnected from all this time. That's been it's a way to reach back, and getting back has been tough, but I would say with the few people we've been dealing with over the time, we've been trying to make this reach across. We've been having good enough experiences, from the guy who shot the video to the few of the guys at the radio back home. Everyone was a little bit welcoming and warm towards what we're bringing. And we were shooting the video on the street and felt like a superstar for like 2 minutes, because a lot of cars kept on stopping and shooting and taking pictures on their phones, and that rarely happens here. Here in Canada, you just get what you're doing. But back home it was a different approach. When I shot in the middle of the market, literally, people picked up the song instantly, because the hook is literally chot 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 chot. So everybody literally around just kept on saying chot chot. It was like I said, it was like a movie coming back to that level of familiarity. Yeah. I felt like some people would look at me a little strange, but that didn't happen even one time. And one time it was about to happen. I was so surprised. My mom stepped in. Was like, yeah, what? And I'm like, oh man, I didn't have to do anything myself because mom is still in mommy mode, you know. So that's the whole feeling of the song, you know. But not to go far away from your question, getting back into the scene, you know, it's been tough, but I would say we are up for it, and so far so good, that I can say. Yeah.
So what's next?
We are not slowing down at all. We are not slowing down at all. If I could, I would have put out the next project, you know, but we have to go through the motion of pushing this one. So we are working towards dropping music videos and records just as we did with Wuse as we go. But what's next is more music, more videos, more vlogs, more content. And this December, I think on the 28th, we have a show at the Townhouse. I'm playing this show with the 555 and Bosmo. We're playing it at the Townhouse Tavern on the 28th. Come check us out. And then our big show is right before the summer. We're going to announce, hopefully we can come back here and announce that. We're going to announce it, the location, once we've found out where we can find, because, you know, Sudbury is it's a little difficult to find, you know, places that would fit the bill exactly the way we want it to be. But our big show is going to be right before the summer, where we go all out, you know. So it's a show we call Yama Yama Experience. This would be the third installation of it. We did the first one, I think, at the Ukrainian Hall. The second one we did at Science North, and then this next one we are looking for a location, a venue. So any venues that want to bring in some of the sauce and that vibe, you know, that will come with, please reach out, hit us up, Yama Yama Sound on everything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Second, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for coming in and telling me about your new single.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks so much, Jonathan. Thank you so much. Thanks for having us. And thanks for always looking out for us, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. That was great.